Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 474. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Corey Feinsod.
Yay! What's up?
What's up? And Tony Korkanakis.
Hello.
What's up, guys? Welcome, listeners and viewers, to the the Thanksgiving edition, I guess.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am officially on vacation. It's nice. So I'm pouring a beer as we're doing this live. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving. You know, I don't know when you're listening to this yet, but either way, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. So we will be going over a couple of special deals we see for I have some TVs linked right now. You know, I actually will mention a couple of sound bars because I looked at those, and then movie deals are all over the place. It's tough to kind of go over that stuff, but we'll go over that, and then the game cast we'll be going over some video game deals. So I've got that linked, and we have other news to talk about. So let's first kick it off with what we've been up to, guys. I'll lead off. I saw Frozen 2.
All right. You don't want to do the box office first, or you just go? I don't know what we do first anymore.
We do what we've been up to, but the box office. That's why Frozen 2 is number one. Yep. And the actuals were higher than what you're showing here. They showed 127 on Rotten Tomatoes, but its actual is 130.26. Okay. The actuals came in higher than they expected. So it did really well. Beat out Toy Story 4. It's 30 million higher than they expected. Actually, they were projecting 100 million, believe it or not, early tracking, and it beat that out. So they're also expecting very good legs for this because of the upcoming slot of movies. It's got 3 weeks of free run, and this holiday weekend. It's got this holiday weekend. Nothing's coming until Jumanji. So and then Jumanji, and then after that, Star Wars.
So you feel more confident about your bet, or?
Yeah, I really do. I feel pretty confident.
We said Black Panther worldwide, right? Or
yeah, yes.
I think it was a worldwide thing.
Yes, but I was very confident worldwide for this. That's why I mean, I still stand. I stand by that.
It's got what, 350? Like.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's got a long ways to go. It's got to see the legs. We'll know next week, really, with projections. People know. So we'll know next week, but yeah, so that's doing really well, and I saw it in the theaters. I gotta say, I will say that I liked. Did anybody else see this?
No.
I liked this. I like this better than the first one because the story is more cohesive. It may not have like, I guess, the charm of the first one, like the impact of it, because it was the first one. But I like this story better because it was a better story. Like, it seemed like there was a story here, whereas the last one, I felt like there was no, was it antagonist? Like, not really, you know, like, there was no counter to, like, the heroes, you know? It was like, there was really nothing there, and they, I don't know, they seemed to make, because originally Elsa was going to be the villain in that movie, and I always felt like you could tell that, because they changed it so late with that movie that they kind of made Anna's boyfriend, fiance.
Hans.
Yeah. The villain, which I always felt that change was just so drastic. I'm like, okay.
I don't know. It seems pretty on par for what Disney does.
I don't know. It was just so drastic.
Like,
and this one just
friendly. Like this person's really nice and the friend, but then they turn and stab you in the back. Like that's like 80% of their movies have that.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just felt like this one had a better story. I liked.
Cool.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was weird to hear Panic at the Disco sing the main song of Frozen, but not Let It Go. They sang the new song that Into the Unknown. That's the big one that's going to be out that kids are going to be singing. But Panic didn't do it in the movie. They did it in the credits, but I heard it on the radio afterwards, and I'm like, oh wow, it's so weird to hear Panic at the Disco sing this song for Disney. But yeah, they wanted, they knew how big Let It Go was. I'm sure they wanted to kind of cash in on.
Well, did they write this or did
I think they did.
Oh.
So.
I heard it. I'm not a big.
It's not as good as Let It Go. But kids will be singing it. We'll see next week.
Okay.
We'll know. So I thought it was okay. I mean, I thought it was good. I thought it was better than the first one, and
cool.
I still say.
I mean, you always want to see improvement and progression. So
there was more humor. There was more scares. There was actually like a choking up kind of moment. There really was. They really did a full circle thing. I loved it. There was a really good like full circle thing that I thought was not very. I didn't expect it because it's a kids movie, and I was like, oh wow, awesome. And it was like choke up moment. You're like, oh wow, okay, this got me a little bit. The feels. And I'm not a kid, I was like, holy crap.
Well, first one, I definitely think they did a good job with that also.
Yeah. No, this one had like it was great. So, and I saw Mandalorian, episode 3. So.
Nice.
Wait, they're only on episode 3, or
yeah.
Mm-hmm. They only have 3 episodes right now. The Sin.
It's supposed to be 8, or
I think it's 8 total.
I think it's 8. So maybe you wait for 4, but you do have a movie's length now. You have a movie's length now. I mean, it's almost 2 hours of content because each one's like 40, 37, and 38 minutes long, I think.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 30 minutes.
I think they're all under 40, but over 30.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, they're all in the. I thought the first one was 40, but maybe I'm wrong. It was like either way, it's 39, but it's up there. I mean, you give it one more episode, and you'll get a night. You'll definitely have a movie length. So, and you can finally catch up with the Yoda, the Baby Yoda memes. So.
Spoiler alert! Yeah.
Whatever. It's everywhere. It is everywhere. I think I can mention Baby Yoda just fine because the memes are everywhere. There was a cease and desist from Disney over the weekend, and then they got so much flack they pulled it out immediately. Like they're like stop using they had to pull all of the memes down, and then everybody was like flipping out on Disney. And then they just said, "Oh, okay, we see." They pulled that back immediately and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're sorry." So they wanted to protect our property, but yeah. So I don't know. Mandalorian episode 3. I think it was my favorite episode, and this is my favorite show on TV right now. It's not on TV. There's no question in my mind. This is my favorite show on TV. After that episode, I've thought about it more, and there's no shows that I can tell you. Even like back when I was loving Game of Thrones. Well, Game of Thrones, okay, season 1 and 2.
Are you talking about currently, or are you talking about like all time?
No, I might be talking all time here. Holy crap! I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to go into that conversation. I know that I'm able to watch these episodes over and over again, and it's very rare that I do that with any show. Game of Thrones was it because I would watch it for the reactions from people. I would watch it with them to get that reaction. This is a show that I can just I'll pop on and leave it on. It's got the staple of like a show that you can watch it once you've watched it into the story. You can kind of just have it on and glance at it. It's great for like on my work computer. I have it on and I just do work while it's on the side there. And I've watched these episodes probably 4 times each. It's not entirely 4 times in a row. Like each one time, maybe twice actually for the first one, but in pieces after that I've watched them. So yeah, so I'm enjoying the show quite a bit. I really am. So I strongly recommend it.
Yeah, I liked it. I think it's good.
In this episode, you think obviously there's some moments that I was like, it's a bit over the top, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I liked it. I think the first episode is still my favorite. I think, but
I think this was my favorite episode. Yeah, this is my favorite episode. I really this was an episode I was like, okay.
It's cool though. There's a lot of cool stuff that happens in it. I'm very excited for the show and what the future holds for Star Wars in this format because I think they can do good things with it.
Yeah, I mean, this
proves it.
Episode 3 was directed by the showrunner for Kenobi, for those one, and that episode was fantastic. It gets me so excited to watch Kenobi. The way she ran that, she directed that episode. It was just such a great episode. I'm like, holy crap! And the cinematography on the show, it's so good. It's it is a movie that we're getting little snippets of. You know what I mean? That's what we're getting, and I love that. It's working right now. It's I wish that it was a little more than once a week, but that's a sign of a good show, right? They get the water cooler conversation too with this form.
Sure.
So, yeah, that's pretty much it for me. That's pretty much it for me. Tony, how about you? Oh, I watched
nothing.
I watched some more Demon Slayer too. I'm sorry, I was watching a bunch of stuff. So
nice.
It gets dark. It gets some dark stuff. I thought that I finished up the arc with the I guess not really an arc. It's a little small pacer episodes after the girl with the balls. I can't remember her thing. Then he goes and he finds that building full of demons. And that was cool. And the random crazy guy. I can't remember his name already. The guy wearing the warthog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which was crazy because just before I watched that episode, I saw a picture of people cosplaying this, and I'm like, I had no idea what was going on.
Is this guy?
Yeah, I'm like, what is going on in this picture? And then I saw in the episode, I'm like, that is really weird timing that I just saw this on Twitter and then I'm like watching this. But so that's it. That's it for me though. Corey, sorry, that was it for me a while ago.
No, mostly just some like Disney Plus stuff. Watched a bunch of stuff with the boys.
What you going back through?
So,
like,
no, really just watching Toy Story. They wanted to watch Toy Story, so we watched Toy Stories. Went through those.
I did watch some Gargoyle. Did you watch Gargoyles yet?
Yeah, a little bit.
God, that show, that first episode, I only watched the first episode, but I'm like, man, this is how, like, that is how you hook people on a show. Like, that's how you do it. Like, I was just like, oh, unbelievable, that show.
Yeah, so. No, and that voice cast is, like, ridiculously good.
Oh, my God, yeah, it was so good. Like, yeah, I guess I watched a bunch of stuff. The more we're talking about it, the more I'm like, wow, I watched more Goof Troop, I watched Darkwing Duck, Doug.
Disney Plus, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff to watch on there, so... Like, you just gotta go back through like nostalgia valley essentially. So a lot of good stuff there. Mandalorian, obviously. But I've actually been listening to. It's funny because Tony, you asked for a book recommendation, an Audible, and I recommended that one. Like, oh man, I'm gonna go through that again. So I started that, and it's been like just doing that mostly because I really love those books, and that's the Stormlight Archive, Way of Kings, the first one. So. Really enjoyed that. So that's really what I've been doing, going back to those.
Yeah, those are you love those books. So when you recommend them, I'm like, I know what he's going to recommend before we even get to the recommendations here. So, yeah. All right, cool. We mentioned the box office shortly here. Frozen 2 did 130 million. So I'm not sure how accurate this number is now. I look at these box office totals, but whatever. We know it was number one. Ford versus Ferrari at 16.1. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which was the Mr. Rogers biopic.
Tom Hanks movie.
Is it a biopic? You call those things?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, so I want to see that though. I really do. And then 21 Bridges.
It's not a documentary, so.
No, 21 Bridges and Midway. I want to see Midway as well. So. I think I'll be going to the movies I might be going this weekend actually, to see that. So, but, yeah, man, Charlie's Angels did bad. Joker's
not even in top 5 anymore, huh?
Yeah, Joker's finally leaving the box office. But we have a calm now until Knives Out.
Oh, what's I watched Survivor Series, and what's his name? Rey Mysterio came out in Joker outfit. Yes,
he did. Did you see Batman Beyond? Ricochet came out as Batman Beyond.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's close. Yeah.
I thought it was Red Hood possibly. But I'm like, because the other.
I was thinking more Red Hood than Batman Beyond.
Me too, because he had a jacket on over top of it. So I was like, okay,
it's not like as egregious as All Might.
No, the All Might thing. I mean, you can show a picture. Like I showed Tony the picture. He knew exactly who he was. This was more of like, is it? I knew it was Batman. I just didn't know if it was Batman Beyond or Red Hood. But yeah, I don't know. I love these wrestlers that have like they're such comic book fans or video game fans. They use that. To like dress up as they're like cosplaying essentially as their characters. So I think that's hilarious. And yeah, Survivor Series, I watched that as well. So it was. I thought the matches were better. I've been out of it since Hell in the Cell.
Yeah.
And I just don't have that desire. But I love NXT.
It's interesting they're bringing NXT into it all because it's just such a better product right now.
And it is. And I think they're just finally realizing that and it's like, let's just cash in on this right now because people love NXT. So, man, they got some boos when Walter got eliminated. Oh, my. The boos were just crazy that entire match when Walter got eliminated. But, anyways, so that's pretty much it. Let's get into the news. I got to open the news. Sorry, everybody. We're running late. Here we go. All right. So we've got. I don't even know where we're at. I'm in the wrong one. I'm in games. Oh man, this is bad. All right, here we go. Star Trek 4. Star Trek 4 is happening, believe it or not.
This is not the Tarantino.
This is not the Tarantino thing. That is over with. A new director has come forward, which is surprising everybody, but they call this the Kelvin timeline. For those wondering, this is a parallel universe with Chris Pine as Kirk, Zachary Quinto as Spock. They're going to be back with a new director, Noah Hawley, he did Fargo and Legion. He does the Fargo and Legion. He's a TV director.
Yeah, TV guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's doing this. So I'm shocked that they're still doing this with all the stuff they have going on with their own streaming app and the fact that I guess Tarantino wanted to do something, and it's not exactly like this universe has been very popular the last two movies. I would say it's on the decline, massively on the decline. Like the first one I thought was a good reboot. I just felt like they screwed up Khan, not calling him Khan forever. They just embrace it. You know what you're doing. And then I don't remember the third one. I don't remember the third one.
It was on that really Idris Elba, I think.
Yeah, it was on that really colorful planet. That's right. Idris Elba was in it. That's right. Who did the Vulcan? Not the Vulcan. He's the Romulans, right? I think it was Romulans. Yeah. So was it Romulans? I don't know.
I don't even remember. I just know he was like trying to get revenge on Starfleet.
Yeah. So, and he was a mining guy, wasn't he?
Right. Something like that.
I just don't know why they're doing it at this point. Like,
I agree, Tony. That's why I brought it up. Like, I agree with you, Tony. And I'm a Star Trek fan. I'm just like, what's the point here at this point?
What year was the last one?
2012?
2016? Oh,
wasn't
is that
I'll
just threw out a number.
I threw out a number as well. So, anybody have a?
We can look it up.
Star Trek 3. That's going to come up with too many wrong things. Because I don't remember the name of it. That's the problem. Dead Air. Beyond 2016. You got it.
Oh, was 2016? Nice.
So, there you go.
Wait, there was a Beyond. What the fuck was Beyond about?
That's the guy, Idris Elba, where he's like trying to get revenge on Starfleet, and like they destroy the Enterprise in the beginning sequence, and they play Beastie Boys, like.
But they always play Beastie Boys. That doesn't narrow it down.
What? I didn't see this one then.
Yeah.
This has the really like white-haired girl in it. The alien white-haired girl.
Was this good? I don't remember anything about this.
I liked it better than Into the Darkness or whatever the other one was called.
Yeah, but you're not saying much. But yes, I do agree. But I actually think it was a good movie. But yes, I like it.
They get like stranded on a planet or something, have to like find this old ass Enterprise ship, and then they use Beastie Boys music to like drown out the. Yeah.
I think he has to play Sabotage in every Abrams movie, I believe, right? So, all right, what else we got? Oh, I had to put this on here. This was the first thing I put on the news. I didn't get up to it before. Because of last week, clearly, Mark Ruffalo listens to our podcast. He has to. On record now saying he really wants a Hulk versus Wolverine movie. Yeah, I'm not saying it's going to happen at all, but I said, what if, you know? And it just makes sense, like I said. And here is you got one actor already pressing for it. Let's recast Wolverine. Let's make this movie, but flip it. I still say flip it.
We should do a dream cast of our X-Men.
We should MCU. Before they cast. Yeah, we should probably do that before they actually start casting.
Right.
We could do it after, I guess, but it doesn't make much sense. So we'll probably put that on the topic list for us.
Yeah.
So. All right, what else we got here? Star Trek 4. We got Batman cast John Turturro as Falcone.
It's always when I think of obviously Big Lebowski, but I also think of that Adam Sandler movie. What was that?
The sneakiness. You underestimate this? Yeah, Mr. Deeds. Mr. Deeds.
That's it.
Yes. That's where I get it. I get him like from that, and it's Sector 7 from Transformers. I mean.
Yeah.
That's his big. I mean, that was a big role for him. How much that movie did.
Yeah.
So, and he was, but I think that I'm slowing down. Sorry, everybody. You guys good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. That's where I see him as Sector 7. But I like him. He's actually I've seen other movies with him because my brothers watched them, and I've kind of been in the room when he's watched them. And I'm like, he's done some very artsy stuff.
Coen's brother movie.
Yes, that's why Tim loves him. Yeah. Like I'll tell Tim this. He'll be like drooling to watch the Batman. So. He'll probably ask if the Coen brothers are attached somehow. But, so.
2 years for that, though. Jeez.
Yeah, it's a ways out.
I mean, there's some more DC news in there.
That's what I'm getting to right now. The DC Films plot with Superman and Green Lantern and R-rated movies. What's this plot here? I didn't get to read through the news article.
Yeah, it's basically just they still don't know what they're doing.
It's more like, hey, look we're not doing as bad as before. Like some of these movies are making money. Maybe we should just follow that path now because the other path wasn't working. So we'll just make all these separate movies instead, and we'll try to reboot Superman with Michael B. Jordan.
Well, again, this is just rumors, but it just seems like it's like they knee-jerk react to every movie. Like, it's just like, oh, too dark and gritty, and this wasn't bad. All right, we got to go in the opposite direction. Oh, but Joker just did $1 billion. All right, back to dark and gritty and like contained. It's like whatever, I guess if people are getting movies they want, but it just seems like they don't have a plan or a vision, and it's just kind of like whatever they throw at the wall and hope it sticks.
No, that's the thing is, I think if they had a single-minded vision where we're going to do this in reverse order to what Marvel did, they could have made it work. They could have done something really cool. But instead, they did like a combination of it and then didn't follow through with everything they were doing and just rushed stuff out and then delayed stuff that wasn't like, it was just like, it felt like things were rushed, but actually everything was delayed. It was like Superman versus Batman was like delayed for like 2 years. Mm-hmm. And it's just, they wasted so much time putting out different movies when they could have actually had this like set out and like we got to do these.
Yeah, so we're looking at
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this like Birds of Prey is expected to go rated R, and so is Suicide Squad, James Gunn's Suicide Squad. So they're looking at R-rated stuff.
There was no DC movie this year, right?
Joker.
Besides that, I mean, I'm sorry.
No. I mean that's.
There was no Gal Gadot or Jason Momoa.
Yeah, because that got delayed. Right. Yeah, okay.
I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, I feel like I don't mind them recasting Superman. I still like Henry Cavill as Superman, but I don't mind them recasting him if they're gonna start going into a new direction. The problem is like.
Well, that's what I said. Like, even if he's in the next one, which it's gonna be at least 2-3 years out, and then like at that point, the dude's gonna be playing for almost close to a decade. It's like, what's the
point? Again, back to what's the point? Like, maybe that's the point of this episode. What's the point?
And they've already recast Batman, so it's like, is he going to be part of a universe with these other actors? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. They've even said like J.J. Abrams they want to bring in possibly for Superman.
Mm. I mean, it's like, hey, reboot a franchise. Let's give it to this guy. He did a good job with Star Wars and Star Trek, so.
Anything that has to do with aliens,
he does well with reboots, guys. You can't say he doesn't. He does. So his own
lens flare it, and then
they get Ryan Johnson to do the sequel, and make fanboys upset.
Or they have to bring JJ
and they'll
back.
kill the past that all the fanboys love.
Mm-hmm.
So. So I don't know. They again, the biggest part of this article is they did too much too fast, and that's what a lot of people say, and that's what we've said forever. Like they did too much too fast. They went too fast to try to get to Marvel's.
The problem was that's the thing is it wasn't even fast. Everything got delayed. It's like everything is getting delayed. It's just
right. Not like time wise, just like movie wise. It's like Iron Man 2, Avengers. It's like whoa, what? Like
yeah.
I mean, I think, like I said, I think they could have done something better if it was like if Batman v Superman wasn't, if that was more of the Justice League. If they just said that we're gonna do a Justice League movie right off the bat, and then we can expand on them, like because Aquaman was fine after it, like that was a fine movie after the fact, and you could have done it that way, but instead you tried to build it up, but then you didn't do it. So I don't know. I think that there was a way they could have done it in reverse order. It just they failed miserably.
Yeah.
And then, of course, like you're saying, Tony, they're just jumping ship every time something little bump in the road. Like, well, I guess we can't go down this path because it's never going to smooth out. So let's go down this other road. But then there's more bumps in there. They're just never, like, following through on what their plans are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. They just don't have a direction. They don't. That's the end of the day. They like you said, fly by the seat of their pants and...
Jesus, take the wheel.
It's like, again, you're saying things are going too fast, but it's like Wonder Woman was a huge hit, and you still don't have a sequel for it, right? Yep. Man of Steel there's no sequel to that still, essentially, because he just threw these other movies together, and Aquaman's fine, and Shazam. Who knows when those sequels are going to come out? Like, and those were fine movies. Like, you're not building up on momentum of movies that are doing well. Just letting them sit forever, and I don't know. Is Wonder Woman going to be as successful as the other one? Because how it's going to be like 5 years between the two movies.
Yeah.
Wow. Really? Be 5 years?
I don't know. I'm just
by the time it comes out.
I'm just throwing out a number.
Probably right, but I was way off with my number before, so let's see. Wonder Woman was 2017. It's coming out next
4
year.
years. It's 4 years.
No, it's 2021 or is it 2020? Yeah. Oh, I thought it was 2020.
It's 2023 years then.
It'll be 3 years of their most successful movie.
Feels like it's been forever. That's why.
Yeah. So I don't know. It does feel like it's been forever. So, all right, that's it. Let's get into some Black Friday stuff. That's it for the news. No more DC talk.
Yep. All right, let's get some deals going.
Let's get some deals. So so I looked ahead. Best Buy's got, just going with audio stuff. I'm not like a guy who likes to do a lot of speakers. Now, for those, I'm gonna make this statement because I'm sure people are gonna yell at us, and I don't want everybody to yell at us. I understand. The best sound quality you can get is with a receiver and speakers in the room and not a sound bar. I get it. I absolutely get it. However, I hate to run wires. I hate to have speakers. Like, come on. That's why the sound bar is there. So that being said, I will say, and I already bought one, so I don't care if you order one now because I already got one, that there's some Dolby Atmos stuff on sale, which Dolby Atmos is an awesome, like, if those don't, it's like a mixer basically in the speaker that makes it throws the audio for you. It makes it surround sound from a sound bar. It's supposed to sound incredible. Now, I have not heard this exactly myself yet, but I do know that Vizio has some very good sound bars that they have on sale in Best Buy for $299 for the one with an extra set of speakers, which I didn't want. I just got a 3.1.2 system. Wait, 3.1.2. Yes, that's it. System. Which is just the soundbar and a smaller subwoofer, because I'm like, I don't need a 10-inch subwoofer. 5's fine for me. So I got it was $249 already because they had the early Black Friday access, and I'm psyched. I gotta go pick it up this weekend. But I'm actually psyched to get this. Like, I've been meaning to upgrade my soundbar since I have the original soundbar that came out from Vizio, and it's lasted this long, so I'm like, let's give this a try. I'm really psyched to try because I heard Atmos is just awesome, and the reviews are saying like you can hear the audio somehow behind you in certain sequences.
Wait, you're talking about a soundbar still?
Yeah, the soundbar throws it. So I read about the soundbar.
How much
soundbar
is this?
Actually, it's $249.
That's not bad.
No, that's why I was like, okay, for that price, I will dive in on Atmos and see, because Atmos is tough to get into a soundbar, and it throws the audio. It has like up pointing speakers, so like when it throws it actually does point the sound up.
So when you set this up, is it just the one bar, or is it like one bar?
No,
it's one bar and a sub.
One bar in the sub.
That's the idea of a sound bar, right? Is that you just have that one.
I know, but I'm pretty sure I've seen configurations that come with more.
It does, yeah. The more expensive one for $300 comes with 2 more speakers for the sides, and I'm like, I don't want to set up 2 more speakers. Like, I just don't. So I bought the one with the soundbar and the sub, and it's $249. I've been like looking for some sort of Atmos system for a while. I was looking at like $500, and I'm like, I'm happy it's $250. So for me, that's the big thing. There was a sale on the OLEDs. Tony, I sent you that link on the Discord. Is that link dead? The $899 LG OLED.
Oh, I don't know. I clicked on it, that one, and then I was like, is this a good price? And I was like, I'm gonna hold off for another year. Like, I want to wait and see. They're coming down.
It's awesome. Yeah. Even like the B9 model, which is the newer this year model, is at $1,450 on Costco and Sam's Club.
Which brand is that?
That's LG's OLEDs, which I still love.
What is the newer brand?
Sony has OLEDs.
No, I'm sorry. What's the newer model? You said the B9s.
B9.
C9.
There are C9. C9's usually the curved.
Oh, okay. There's a deal on the C9 55-inch for $1,500.
Yeah.
$1,000 off.
Yeah, that's why they had they're $1,450 on Costco and Sam's Club for the B9. Okay. And then Sony's got their OLEDs on sale at Best Buy, Dell, and Walmart for $1,500, and their OLEDs are supposed to be pretty good. And then if you want to go 4K, for those wondering, 4K TVs on the cheap, like good value. Good value. I know I saw it in the list. I'm flipping through now. The TCL series sets are $280 for 55-inch. It's a series 4. It doesn't do like real HDR, but it does like a simulated, and my brother has that set, and it's actually really nice. I've seen that and used it. It's really nice. It's got a built-in Roku, and that's gonna be for $280. You can get a 55-inch 4K, which it's 4K. It looks really good. The refresh rate on that's excellent for those wondering to play video games.
It just makes me pause, because like I still have my Samsung Plasma from like 10 years ago.
Plasma's good stuff, yeah.
Right. And like I love it. I love it so much. because I remember like as I got my plasma, like a year or two, like that's when the trend started to go the opposite way, where it's like, oh, LEDs. I was like, no, because back then, at least early on, it was really bad for gaming, and I was just like, no, like this is not what I want. So just like clinging to my plasma, and it's still fine and great and awesome. It's just, I would like a bigger size, but it seems super wasteful for me to just be like, oh yeah, just this TV I had, like, for 10 years now.
So no, I mean I have my 32-inch Westinghouse that I got whatever, same thing, 10 years maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's thick as shit and bezels like as big as.
That's right. Yeah. That's everybody bought one that year. That's right. Mm-hmm. That was the infamous Eagles blanket year for me. Yeah. The photo that's still floating around somewhere.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So no. So those are some good deals, but like I understand what you're saying. Like OLED is the way to go, and next year you'll probably get. I don't know if they're gonna get under $900. I think you might get this B9 for $900 next year for OLEDs on OLED.
I mean, one that I saw, it was at B&H. It was actually $1,200 for a short time, and then it sold out at that, and then now it's at $1,500.
Yeah. The for those also wondering, at Walmart, there's a Hisense 58-inch 4K. It's got not great HDR, but it's a good 4K set, big screen. The problem with the Hisense ones are they're very finicky on their panels. Some work great, some work really bad, and that's why you get this like mixed review, pretty much of these TVs. Let's see, what was the other one? There's another one that was Series 6 TV. There it is, the TCL. Another TCL that's on sale. That's the one to go with. There's like where's that one at? I'm sorry, I'm going through pricing. I'm like, it's so cheap. Some of these 65-inch TVs are like $700. This Sony 4K smart TV.
I find like, so if you want a big TV and like cheap, you can definitely get those. But I think that going with a better video, refresh rate and stuff, like smaller screen, I would prefer to do that myself personally.
Well, I did it. Yeah, I agree.
55 that's I bought was like, I think I got it for $1,500 on sale at the time. That's my favorite TV right now still, and I did get a bigger one, 65, but like the blacks are just terrible on it. Like I can't watch certain like you could not watch, and I mean obviously Game of Thrones, that one episode, there's no way anybody's watching that one but a lot of episodes with dark colors and blacks, like it's just so washed out you can't see anything. So I would much rather get a smaller TV and get a better quality video from it than a bigger screen. But I mean, teach their own, obviously.
No, that's the thing. Like,
the light bleeding out just kills me now.
Yeah, no, I get you.
But OLEDs are much better. You're not going to have that. So.
I'm not even kidding. Like the problem with the OLED is you can't tell it's on. You have to look for that light. I don't even have. There's a way to there's an option in my menu of my TV to turn that light off to tell you that it's on. No, the red light that tells you the TV's on. I'm like, why would you do that? You wouldn't even know that it's off. Like
because you want to walk into a room with pitch black. You don't want to see a dot. That's why.
I guess, but
find the television.
There's been more. I've woken up some mornings where the TV actually was left on accidentally because we forgot that it was on. Like you just can't tell. It doesn't matter because it's
timer on, man.
It doesn't really matter because it's black and it's off anyways. If it doesn't show anything, it literally the light is off.
That's the beauty of OLED. Is it's not on.
So that is the OLED for those wondering. There's your OLED for those wondering.
That's what's crazy about like dark mode and like with the iPhones and stuff now. It's just like it's pitch black because it's just not on.
I love it.
So if you guys want to go like super big, 82-inch LG 4K for $1,600.
See, like if you're paying $1,600
$1,600,
you're paying $1,600 for that television, it's gonna look like shit.
Like if you said $16K, I was like, well, I'm not gonna spend that, but it'd probably look amazing. But hearing that price, I'm like, there's no way that looks amazing.
Like, no. But yeah, because you got a 77-inch OLED below it at $49.
Might as well get a projector at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're making larger.
That's the other thing. I would love to get like a bomb ass projector, not like a cheap one, like
like
4K. Mid-range. Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, and then and then for like movie wise, I mean, they got their vendors. So the problem with the movies are they don't even bother to list them anymore. They just give you like 5 pictures and then say $9.99 and under. So I can't tell you what these are, but I know that I'm going to be running to I'll be running to Target, but Target didn't look like they have much for 4K. So I'm gonna get. I think Walmart. It's Walmart actually. It has Shazam for me, and that's the only movie I want to buy right now, like discounted. Like, oh no, I'm gonna get Venom, because Venom I think is like $6, and I don't have it yet, so I'm gonna get that on 4K. So I haven't seen it yet. So for $6, they got me. I'll go and see Venom finally. So I'm going to get Venom and Shazam this weekend, and I think it was $6 if I remember right. No, I was like, yeah, I will definitely jump in at that point. So
yeah, it's tough for me. I'm like, I don't know, movies. I just don't want to spend money on movies right now.
Well, the problem is like space-wise, I don't even have the space for it. So I was like,
right,
you know.
that just like there's so much stuff on streaming, you know. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the thing is like all the Disney stuff. Like I saw like was it Captain Marvel and something else, and I was like, right,
yeah,
like except for the. But I mean, even Disney Plus has the special features. I was about to say that, so it's like
yeah, they're all there. Yeah, it's in there in 4K HDR,
and you can download it and watch it at your leisure whenever you don't need internet.
I love that download feature. Oh my god, we had to go to the bowling alley with my girlfriend's 7-year-old, and she's like, I hate using my data up. Like I don't want to like her iPad. I don't want it to pair. So I'm like, I went to Disney Plus and I downloaded like a shit ton of shows and movies. I'm like, and there you go, all of it, like Wreck-It Ralph. All of her cartoons she watched, Goof Troop, a bunch of episodes of Goof Troop on there, and yeah, I'm like, go to town, watch whatever you want there. I'm like, there's a bunch. I know that she's gonna watch, and she loves that stuff. So I love that feature. Like it's something that Netflix failed to do because like their stuff, while they're originals, a lot of them have it. Like there are other content that people want to watch, you can't do it.
Oh, you can't download everything on Netflix?
No, selective. It's a lot of the stuff though, but there was some stuff you can't download.
I don't even think Hulu offers it, do they?
I don't know. I haven't had Hulu in a while.
Yeah.
Check. I'm assuming they all have to have it now, though, at some point.
Yeah. So, all right. What else? I think that's it for specials for the movie cast. I don't think we have anything else, right?
Yeah.
All right. It's gonna wrap up 474 of the movie cast. Thanks again for tuning in. We really hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're in the U.S. Obviously, that's our kind of tradition. So if not, have a great weekend. I'm on vacation, so my weekend starts now.
A lot of people are off anyway, so enjoy. If
my weekend starts now. But and a lot of people are off. Yeah, Black Friday here. I know that's a U.S. tradition only. If those don't even know, you don't know what those are, we're just talking about, you should look it up sometime. It's a disaster waiting to happen.
Not so much anymore though, just because like Black Friday sales are like, throughout the whole month.
I know, I love that. Like I've got my Christmas shopping done mostly. Like I just got it done. Like Kohl's did everything early. I'm like I got like my family stuff done. I'm like I'm done. I'm like by Friday I'm done with Christmas shopping. It's crazy. I've never been this early done. So because all the Black Friday sales started so early, I'm like might as well get them now. Yeah. All right, that's going to wrap up 474 of the Moviecast. Thanks for tuning in. Write us podcast at allyoucangeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, allyoucangeek. Like us on Facebook. Watching us on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate the subscribers and everybody watching and listening. We do appreciate you as well. So thank you.